You've worked your entire life. You've paid into Social Security for decades. Now you're retired, and then the IRS notice shows up. Suddenly, a terrifying question enters your mind. Can the IRS take my Social Security check? The answer may surprise you, because unlike many creditors, the IRS has powers that are very different from everybody else. I'm James Duff with James Duff CPA Tax Resolution, and today we're going to look at one of the most misunderstood collection tools the IRS has. A lot of retirees believe Social Security is completely protected. After all, it's a government benefit. It's retirement income. It's supposed to be there to help people survive. So the taxpayer assumes the IRS can't touch that. Unfortunately, that is not always true. The surprising fact is that, yes, the IRS can take a portion of your Social Security. Most people have never heard of something called the Federal Payment Levy Program. Under this program, the IRS can levy certain federal payments, including Social Security benefits. That's the part that shocks most people, not because they owe taxes, but because they didn't know that Social Security was even on the table. Now, before everybody panics, let's talk about what this doesn't mean. The IRS generally doesn't take your entire Social Security check. This isn't a situation where you wake up one morning and suddenly have no income, but they can take a portion of your benefits. And for retirees living on a fixed income, even losing part of a monthly check can create real hardship. The taxpayers who get hit by these levies usually don't get there overnight. Typically, there were years of unfiled tax returns, unpaid balances, ignored notices, collection letters that were never opened. The Social Security levy is often the result of a problem that has been building for a very long time. Here's something important. By the time the IRS is taking money from Social Security, there were usually opportunities early in the process to address the debt. Payment plans, collection alternatives, resolution options. The biggest mistake taxpayers make is waiting until the levy starts before taking action. If you receive an IRS notice and you're collecting Social Security, don't ask, can they take it? Ask, how do I keep them from taking it? That's the better question. Because once you understand what's happening, there may be options available depending on your circumstances. So let's go back to the original question. Will the IRS take my Social Security? They can take a portion of it, and that's exactly why taxpayers should never assume that retirement benefits automatically protect them from IRS collections. The good news is that many people have more options than they realize, but those options are often easier to pursue before the levy begins. If you're receiving Social Security and have received IRS collection notices, don't ignore them and hope the problem goes away. At Duff CPA Tax Resolution, you'll work directly with a CPA or an EA, not a salesperson or a call center. We'll help you understand what's happening, what options may be available, and what steps make sense for your situation. Call today at 203-589-4077 or look for us on the internet at dufftaxresolution.com. I'm James Duff, and in the next video, we're going to answer another question that surprises taxpayers. Can the IRS revoke your passport?